It's very good.
It's very good. It just bewilders me how he can remember so much. How he can just talk forever. You know, it's very interesting.
It's very thought-provoking. Yeah. And he seems very sensitive person.
Is there anything particularly that you've sort of stands out from you from the work that you've been looking at Steve's today?
Well, there's one I particularly like, which is this one. Sorry is too late.
And what is it about Sorry?
And no, it just relates to somebody that I know, and I know they're going to say sorry too late.
It's beautiful. I'm really, really touched by the Out of Sight poet. Really, really touched me, brought tears to my eyes. I love it. I love the words. And
yeah, so Sue, thank you very much for being part of this interview and being part of our exhibition, and Graham. Thank you so much. These guys, Sue works for Bournemouth Arts.
Bournemouth Arts Development, yes.
Bournemouth Arts Development. Graham's working for the Bournemouth Library. And basically these guys have really, really kindly given us the space for the exhibition, and I believe Louise Cooley originally it was going to be later on in the year, wasn't it?
Yes, I think
so. And then Carly came in. I'd given Carly some flyers, the lady that works for us, given Carly some flyers. She came into the library and said, oh, exhibition, so the whole timing got moved around a little bit.
That's right, because you were lucky. We were supposed to take the walls down earlier, but they actually stayed up for longer than we'd intended. So you slotted in nicely.
Yeah, Louise had planted the seed for us, and
exactly.
And you work quite a bit with Louise with the Winchester.
Yes, we do quite a bit with the Winchester.
And you're coming to a poetry night soon.
We are, yes.
There's going to be the John.
Yes, which is all part of the Bournemouth Arts by the Sea Festival. So should be very interesting.
And what's it been like for you guys to have us rambling artists and poets and bits and pieces to come along to the library?
Great. I mean, I think we'll miss it now it's going, actually. It's certainly brightened the place up. And I've not had a single negative comment from the public.
Oh, brilliant.
So I think everyone's enjoyed it, so no, it's been brilliant. It's completely different to what we've done before.
Yeah.
It's what we really appreciate it. It's taking us into some new areas.
I think it's giving everyone an opportunity as well to use this amazing space.
And I think a lot of people, especially who have also been part of your exhibition, didn't realise the exhibition space was here.
At the library,
so we've actually had a lot of new people who haven't sort of visited the library before, and I think hopefully they've been pleasantly surprised what the library's like, really.
Yeah. And I've got a funny bond with the library as well, because I fitted your lifts. And I don't think they worked, did they, when you were moving in?
We still have a few little problems, I think.
Still have a few little problems.
When someone's stuck, yes.
Yeah. Which one don't you have a problem with? That was what I think. But they've got some lovely lifts here as well, any lift enthusiasts. If you want to come and have a look at some glass lifts and the goods lifts. Yeah. So, future plans for the library? You say you're going to get rid of the walls?
Well, the walls come down for quite a short space of time. They'll be coming down at the end of September and probably be going back up in January.
Right.
But we also have a lot of events that actually need this large space.
Yeah.
We have a big event at the end of September, the Children's Summer Reading Challenge, which is an event where all the children, well, not necessarily all the children that have taken part, but a large majority of the children that have taken part are invited back to the library for an awards ceremony.
Right.
So the reason we have to take them down is to get all the children in that have taken part.
Right. And anyway, it gives me an opportunity again to say thank you so much for
hopefully we'll see you again. And
for the library.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sue.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Rev.
Thank you.
Take care. Cheers.
Andy Norton, welcome to the So Gallery event and documentary that you're actually putting together. So it's you're on the couch
inside,
now. It's your
the
turn
other side
to be
of the camera.
Start with a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with the So Much So event.
Sure. Well, I work myself and another colleague called Geordie Roberts. We work for a media company called Hands On Media, but we also work freelance. And Geordie is a friend of Steve, and it happened to pass the gig my way whilst he was on holiday, which was right up the street because musician and artist background. I was really thrilled to actually get down to the library and see what it was all about. I moved to the area 6 years ago, and being an artist and a musician, moving to Bournemouth, I found it was very, very difficult to find the scene when I first moved out. So 6 years later to be doing this gig and finally meeting a load of like-minded, you know, really sort of pursuing art and really pursuing poetry, really pursuing music, and bringing that all together in the library was a real dream actually, which is really wonderful to be able to do a project and work on a project, but also to discover something that's a fantastic networking board at the same time.
Excellent, excellent. Do you not think that currently in Bournemouth there's a bit of an art tsunami happening, whereby a lot of artists are all finally getting together in a more collaborative way, and the groups are slowly getting bigger, to the extent that we can actually turn around and honestly say that for Bournemouth, art is a tourist attraction?
Absolutely, I would totally agree with that. I mean, Pine Walk Galleries is another example, but they've been doing it for years, bringing different artists together and exhibiting during the tourist season. But what about the underground? What about the everyday guy who's working but also, you know, has a real passion for art, has a real passion for poetry? What about them? And that's what's really, really nice to see, is actually there's so much talent and so much gifting across the whole age range, you know, from right young you know, children right through to the older generation, and that coming together is fantastic. And I think there's a real voice now for Bournemouth with regards to tourism and art. So I think yes is the simple answer to that, and it'll be good to see what Bournemouth is going to do about it as we move through the next few years.
Excellent. And from your perspective, how do you feel that art is beneficial within a health context? So I know that with previous discussions I've had with representatives from the NHS, sure, they're very keen to get people who are involved in the arts involved in part of the recovery process, sure, for post-operative conditions and all that sort of thing.
In my youth work circles and working with the local council, I mean, you hear a lot of people that are leaving the profession and wanted to go and study and look at art therapy as for one of those reasons, to look at actually supporting people and helping people who are suffering, who have sickness, mental health disorders, and using art as a way in which they can communicate, a way in which they can progress.
Well, another example of inspire, educate and motivate.